Good evening. I'm Kim Christensen.
I'm Kyle Clark. The latest target of President Trump and Elon Musk's strip down of the federal government are young AmeriCorps members. They do service projects in Colorado and across America.
An email obtained by 9 News shows members of the National Civilian Community Corps had their service cut short this week. 9 News reporter Janelle Finch spoke with a leader of a local nonprofit that's worked with them for the past 2 decades. Janelle?
Colorado Fire Camp is based in Salida. One of the coordinators say AmeriCorps members come to do fire mitigation work and get hands-on firefighter and chainsaw training. He says he just finished hosting a group this past Sunday. He didn't know that group might have been his last. AmeriCorps is an opportunity for young people to serve their country, whether it be supporting a community in light of a natural disaster or preventing one.
We're managing for wildfire risk, we're managing for wildlife habitat.
Colorado Fire Camp is a nonprofit that works with wildland firefighters and provides chainsaw, first aid, and CPR training. The organization has worked with AmeriCorps members for decades, according to Fire and Forestry Coordinator Kent Maxwell.
Yeah, so for us, it is a loss.
He says he just hosted a group of 8 National Civilian Community Corps members.
Yeah, so Water 5 came to us in January. We provided all the specialized tools, so the chainsaws, the specialized training, and then as a project partner, 20 hours a week.
Maxwell says the group left Sunday. Just days later, an NCCC member sent 9 News this email they say they received from AmeriCorps. It says that in accordance with an executive order signed by President Trump, service is getting cut early. For now, this means no more members will be serving down in Salida.
I'm sorry for just getting a little emotional here. The idea that these young people who signed up for a difficult job, they applied for it, they took the job when it was offered to them, they showed up, and they did not quit.
Maxwell says the nonprofit will still develop firefighters and get mitigation work done, but it'll look different without AmeriCorps and CCC.
For some of the communities that have hosted AmeriCorps, this was such a huge part of any of their impact, is just having these young people doing good in the world.
According to the AmeriCorps email, members will be let go from their programs officially at the end of the month. Maxwell says Colorado Fire Camp also applied for a summer service group. He says he got an email from AmeriCorps today that deployment is paused. In the studio, Janelle Finch, 9 News.
Ooh, what a beautiful, peaceful day along the Poudre River with temperatures in the 70s. Tomorrow, things start to change. They get a little interesting, they say. 9 News Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin is here with more on that because tomorrow night we'll be talking about something else.
I think we will. Yep, forecasting fun. That's what we call Colorado in spring. We can go from record highs in the 80s to several inches of snow, and we're doing all of that in the span of a week. Outside right now, fair skies, light winds. Temperatures are still comfortable in the low 60s after a high of 79 today. 79 degrees. So we're watching the wind, which is really starting to ramp up, and the wind will be a part of our forecast tomorrow because the wind, the warmth, how dry it's been, a red flag warning, fire weather watch area for critical fire weather conditions ahead of a storm that's going to bring, it's like a super soaker. It's going to bring a lot of rain and a lot of snow to the state, and we really do need it. Tonight, there's just isolated showers crossing from the southwest to the northeast, a few snow showers on the I-70 corridor. Some of this water isn't making it to the ground, but that's going to be changing as we could see up to a foot of snow in the mountains with the winter storm watch and winter weather advisory that go out tomorrow through Saturday. So put that in your planner if you're headed to the mountains. Denver's dry tonight, dry for the first half of the day tomorrow, but late in the day, in comes the front. You'll hear it, you'll know it by the wind, and temperatures are going to soar and then they're going to drop like a rock. So critical fire weather ahead of that storm, which will bring several inches of snow to Denver. What does this mean for your Easter holiday weekend plans? Those details just ahead.
A middle school in Aurora will be back open tomorrow after a student was stabbed during a fight on campus today.
9 News reporter Ria Jha is out there at Aurora Science and Tech Middle School with the latest on what happened. Ria?
Yeah, police say the fight happened between 2 students here at the school's campus when one of them was stabbed. She is now in the hospital with severe injuries. Aurora police say the stabbing happened around 1:20 this afternoon on the athletic field near the soccer goal. They say it started as a fight between two middle school girls who both go to Aurora Science and Tech. During that fight, police say one student pulled out a kitchen knife and stabbed the other one. School staff were the first to respond before police arrived on scene.
I don't know the specifics, just that it was a one of your typical type of school fights, but what led to it, we don't have the information yet. That'll be part of the investigation.
The student accused of the stabbing was taken into custody and is being held at a facility in Adams County on a charge of aggravated assault. Police say the victim is at the hospital and is expected to recover. Now, school officials say that reopening tomorrow will give a sense of stability and normalcy for students and staff, but they are adding extra safety measures for kids and families to feel safe when they do return tomorrow. Reporting live in Aurora, Riyad Shah, 9 News.
New tonight, 2 Colorado Department of Corrections employees now face criminal charges. 9 News Investigates reported on the investigation into Nathan Ordorf and John Grabari last month. Both men work in the parole division. Documents show they were placed on leave after some kind of an incident on January 31st. They're now facing charges of forgery and official misconduct. We're working to figure out more about what led up to those charges. We reached out to the DOC for comment tonight and are waiting to hear back.
The Trump administration is telling the Air Force and Army Academy libraries to purge books related to diversity, equity, and inclusion. A similar purge at the Naval Academy removed books on the civil rights movement and the Holocaust, but kept Hitler's Mein Kampf on the shelves. A memo obtained by the Associated Press says the books will first be targeted for review, then the Trump administration will decide which books stay. The Naval Academy removed nearly 400 books from its library. A federal judge says it is a shocking abuse of power that the Trump administration is targeting a prominent law firm after it won an enormous settlement against Fox News over his election rigging lies. Tonight, the judge blocked an order that would have prevented the federal government from doing any business with anybody who hires Sussman Godfrey. That law firm represented a voting machine company that won a nearly $800 million settlement against Fox News. Legal battle is part of an intensifying effort by Trump to target his critics using the power of the federal government.
An electronic system to file tax returns for free directly with the IRS could soon go away. Sources with the Associated Press say the Trump administration plans to eliminate the direct file program. It was developed during the Biden administration. Republican lawmakers and commercial tax preparation companies complained that it was a waste of taxpayer money because free filing programs already exist, although they're really hard to use. The average American spends typically about $140 preparing returns each year. Stocks tumbled again today. The Nasdaq dropped more than 3%. The S&P fell over 2%. The Dow fell nearly 2%. The latest rough day on Wall Street came after comments from Fed Chair Jerome Powell. He warned that President Trump's tariffs are unprecedented and expressed concerns about the impact.
Unemployment is likely to go up as the economy slows in all likelihood, and inflation is likely to go up as tariffs find their way, and some part of those tariffs come to be paid by the public.
Powell went on to say that the Fed's top priority is bringing down inflation.
A judge in Washington, D.C. is threatening to hold the Trump administration in contempt of court for ignoring his order to stop flying migrants to a brutal prison in El Salvador. In an emergency hearing last month, the judge ordered any planes in the air be turned around. The Trump administration did not do that. The Supreme Court later ruled that those deported to the prison in El Salvador must be allowed a chance to fight their removal. The White House says it will challenge that ruling. Democratic senator from Maryland says he went down and tried to meet with a man held in that notorious prison, but was not allowed today. U.S. courts have ordered the government to facilitate the return of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, but President Trump and El Salvador's president both claim they are powerless to do it, that the guy will just be locked up there for life. Democratic Senator Chris Van Allen represents Maryland, where Abrego Garcia lives. He traveled to El Salvador in hopes of meeting him today. He says they wouldn't even allow a phone call. The Trump administration claims that Abrego Garcia is a member of the MS-13 gang, something that the government was never able to prove in court.
emphasize that President Trump and our Attorney General Pam Bondi and the Vice President of the United States are lying when they say that Abrego Garcia has been charged with a crime or is part of MS-13. That is a lie.
Abrego Garcia has never been criminally charged in the U.S. or El Salvador.
Today, a jury found Nicholas Jordan guilty of first-degree murder. Not long after, he was sentenced to life in prison without parole. He was convicted of killing his roommate, 24-year-old Samuel Knopp, as well as 26-year-old Celia Montgomery, at a University of Colorado Springs dorm room in February of last year. In court today, a message from Celia's older sister was played.
I ache for her to be with me visiting, with the kids upstairs sleeping, and us just having a glass of wine and watching SpongeBob because that's what sisters do. I feel nauseous when I think of the places and people I didn't get to share her with. Anytime I'm in a magical setting or with new friends, I first have to grieve her missing out before I can be in the experience.
An investigation found that both Jordan and Samuel had made efforts to change roommates in the days leading up to the murders.
Some wild video tonight of an SUV going airborne, causing a 7-car crash in Denver. This was Sunday afternoon, Colorado Boulevard near I-25. Miraculously, no one was seriously hurt. Denver police say the driver was on the off-ramp for northbound I-25, didn't stop at a red light, went flying over and hit a car on Colorado Boulevard, went into the southbound lane, struck 5 other vehicles. Police say the 44-year-old driver who caused all this was ticketed for careless driving.